Hey guys, it's Gunrunner 7271. Um, you know, Here recently we've had a weather event on the East Coast that I feel for those people because my family, I have a sister and a niece and several aunts and a lot of family on the East Coast, uh, and in living in the greater New York area. Um, Gas has become a problem. All the more reason to have a little stock back, no matter where you live. You don't have to be on the East Coast to know that, or you don't have to be in Louisiana to know that a weather event can be just as bad as any, and I mean any, civil disaster. Yes, I'm loading mags. I'm loading the new Magpul mags. Got quite an assortment here. Um, have about 20 new Magpul mags to go along with my old GI aluminum mags. I did not get the ones with the windows in them. I didn't feel it was necessary. For years I've used the GI mags without the windows without failure. Why change what works? What I can tell you now is what we see on the news here lately is the aftermath of the storm. And I'm not talking about the power outages. I'm not talking about the long lines in the gas. I'm talking about the looting and the breakdown of civil order, especially in highly populated urban areas. We don't live in a highly populated urban area, but certainly this could be a window into what could happen in our personal lives here in Ohio or in your personal life wherever you are. My state of readiness, I maintain a certain level of readiness without being, shall I say, a paranoid state of readiness. So what I've done today is, after watching the news all week and kind of getting some takes from different people and watching what's going on YouTube, and then I kind of got my own little thing going, like, what is my state of readiness? If I had to, not bug out today, but if I had to defend my property from hordes of urbanites that were starving, no place to get water, no place to get food, what would be my state of readiness? My solution to that is I have all these new mags that I still had in plastic bags up until about an hour ago. Um, you know, the old GI mags you couldn't load indefinitely. These mags you can load indefinitely. The Magpul P mags, they say you can load indefinitely. So I'm going to load up all 20 mags. God knows I have plenty of ammo to load, and we're just gonna get we're gonna keep a readiness bag, which is something we don't usually keep hot anyway. We don't keep it with ammo in it because it does go in our vehicle. And that in a range bag, you take the range bag with the ammo, the readiness bag with the weapons, and the plate carriers. I've got my two vests here. I've got the Black Hawk vest for 3-day lurks or whatever. I've got the Blackwater plate carrier with they both have hydration systems, and that one has a kangaroo pouch on the front with a Black Hawk quick disconnect Sherpa holster. Got a ghillie suit over there, and that's the weapons bag. I also have a 200-foot rappel bag, although we live in pretty flat territory and it's unused or slightly used. I have to take it to a certain place to even use it in this area. So, why am I on video today? Well, we have an upcoming election that has really garnered emotion, and I fear not who becomes president or stays president. I fear what happens. I hope it doesn't happen, but I fear our humanity getting the best of us, and I fear people acting out, looting, civil disorder, that sort of thing. What's happening in New York right now was merely a window in what can happen and how quickly the breakdown of society can happen. Those long lines for gas. My sister's down to a half a tank of gas. They expect her to be at work but they don't have a solution to how she's supposed to get to work. Oh, you have to be in 3 people per car. My sister's forced to ride with someone else, i.e. a stranger, to close to where she works. And they all carpool and do whatever they have to. There's no system in place for that. I'm not sure you could even get out of the city if you tried without having at least 3 people in your car. So, you know, we live out in the country, as all of you know, all of the people that follow me, we live out in the country, a couple, 3 miles out in the country. So we're not really going to be in that predicament. If they think this won't happen here, if you're lulled into a false sense of security living out in the country, you shouldn't be. It can happen here just as easily. We live 2, 3, 4 miles from a city of about 28,000 people. Most, 99% of that most, have not prepared for any type of disaster, whether that be man-made or, more importantly, Mother Nature. Okay? So, when people, it only takes about 2 weeks to break down society. And when people get to the point where they can't eat, they're starving, they're thirsty, that's when people lose their humanity, literally. And they become something other than human. That's where this zombie term was coined. Well, I'm not prepared to kill anybody in any time future, and I hope that doesn't happen. And God forbid, I hope that doesn't happen. But I don't think there's anything wrong with having a state of readiness at your home to be able to defend your family from harm, rape, just taking what you've worked hard for. You shouldn't have a problem getting ready to do that. And you know, everybody laughs about preppers. Oh, that'll never happen. That'll never happen. Blah, blah, blah. My mom and dad are one of them. But secretly, my mom confesses that, A, she's counting on us to prepare for her. My father-in-law, who just a week before the storm says, oh, you're preparing for this, that ain't gonna never happen. And he's quite entertaining most of the time. But I gotta tell you, 2 days ago, he contacted his daughter about getting me involved in helping pick out a generator for the house, a whole house generator. I was flattered. But anytime I can convince a 58-year-old white man or 60-some-year-old white man that a whole house generator might be in his best interest, 68-year-old white man, that a whole house generator might be in his best interest, maybe the message is getting through. Maybe I'm not going to have to work so hard at getting the message through to my family. Certainly, I don't want to have to say I told you so after the fact. I would like to say, I'm glad you came on board before the fact. With that being said, I want to say God bless you all, and for God's sake, stay prepped.